Gene Galin here with the Chatham Journal, and I'm here with the Chatham Soccer League leadership. Let me have them introduce yourself, tell them who you are, and what's your position.
I'm Keith Shea. I'm on the board of directors and a volunteer coach.
All right.
Eric Berg, President, Chatham Soccer League.
My name's Martin Slavin. I'm the Executive Director and Director of Coaching.
All right, and we're here for the Rec League. Well, it's not the Rec League, it's the Chatham Recreation Long-Term Planning Forum, and you gentlemen are down here to do what?
Well, we want to help the Parks Department gather information to develop a master plan for the future of Chatham Parks as the county grows. More and more people, same amount of land, so we want to use it wisely, try to improve our recreational opportunities for the youth of Chatham County, but in particular for soccer to perhaps see some lighted turf fields. We see today is a day when we had makeup games scheduled, but had to cancel the makeup games because it got rained out. Maybe if we had some lighted turf facilities or some covered facilities, we could continue to play in the inclement weather that we've been getting in North Carolina. That would help.
How many players are there currently in the Chatham Soccer League?
We've got 550 at the moment, and that's growing. So with, like the President said, every other week we're getting emails and phone calls asking about Soccer League with more people moving into the county. There's a high demand, and it's trying to keep up with the demand. We're finding that more and more of a struggle because, like he said, we've got facilities, but we don't have enough for the growth that's coming this way.
All right, so how many facilities do y'all have right now?
So we practice at 16 different locations.
Okay.
And those are with private owners, county schools, the town Parks and Recs department from Siler City and Pittsboro, and then Chatham County Parks and Rec. And Chatham County Parks and Rec has two of the three primary game fields that have been developed for higher level full-side competitive games.
Okay.
There's Northeast District Park, the park at Briar Chapel, and Paul Braxton in Siler City. So these are competitive game fields, and there's really only those three that are park fields. So we're at a little bit of a disadvantage compared to some of our neighbors. We compete with the Wake County clubs and the Orange County clubs from Greensboro, and there's an expectation that we're going to have a nice facility to play our games. So we do that ourselves through sort of a grassroots initiative to maintain and keep up with our facilities.
And you'll find out that the fields that he mentioned, if we've got so many people practicing and we've got those game fields throughout a season, if we're practicing on those fields and we're playing on those fields, they get toasted pretty quick. Right. So it's a job trying to schedule around it and trying to be creative with to protect the fields, because we want to obviously keep practicing and playing. We want to help the parks people out as much as we can, but with the growth coming in, it's hard for us to practice and play on the same fields because it will really, really hurt the fields. Okay,
so right now with 550 plus players, how many fields do you think you're short, or how many more do you need, or you're okay just for future?
So the projection that we see is that if things happen the way that it's planned with Chatham Park or the growth in Briar Chapel, we're going to expand to having 3,000 players in 20 years.
Okay.
So in order to compensate for the growth, we would need to see the number of locations increase. So the math is divide 3,000 by 500 and multiply times 16, I guess.
It's almost between 6 and 8 fields, I would imagine, and obviously you could offset that by having lighted all-purpose fields, all-terrain fields like the turf fields.
Yeah. You
wouldn't have to have as many for the short term, but if they're lighted and they're all weather, then you can get more use out of them.
The biggest issue, if we think about like a field like the the field at Woods Charter School was built 92 yards by 50 yards. So unfortunately, it's a little bit too big for the 9-a-side teams. It's a little too small for the 11. And so we have some recreational games there. We have a lot of practice there. It's one of the most used fields. There's 26 recreational teams. 10 of them are Woods Charter. So Woods Charter is a really heavily used field, but it's not a competitive game field. So we practice there with all of these teams. If we think a little more wisely about the footprint and increase the space 20%, we can increase participation by 100%.
Right.
And that's how we want to help the county and the town, municipalities, and the schools plan for how the footprint of the field will be designed and help establish like an architectural graphic standard that allows not only soccer, but lacrosse, rugby, field hockey. Ultimate Frisbee is this exploding in popularity with the kids. So all of these are field sports. If the field is 20 yards longer and 20 yards wider than the places that we currently see these fields, we can accommodate that in a better way and kind of move the field around so that one area doesn't get toasted by all the play. So we just need to be smarter about the resources we have in the future.
Has there been any thought about possibly planning for a multi-sport soccer type of complex where you may have 4 to 6 fields all together and share common concession stand or resources like you do in some areas around the state?
There's been a lot of talk about having a facility like that, and I think it'd be a wonderful. Opportunity, not just for the league, but for the county, because one of the opportunities that opens up is to bring in tournaments. So then you create a destination for Chatham County for all these teams and all the players and families associated with them from out of state or just outside of the county, and that boosts tourism and restaurant and hotel, in addition to just giving a higher profile to the league. And it does, in my mind, it kind of is a win-win for everybody. It's an investment in the community. It also, the more fields, and this kind of speaks to beyond just youth soccer, there's a pretty vibrant adult soccer community that is also a part of Chatham County. There's a lot of players out in Siler City. There's a lot of players who are regularly playing just on a pickup level here. As growth increases, it's not just kids who are coming, it's parents and families and other people who play. And the potential to add an adult league at some point down the line may be there as well. So there's a lot of opportunities if we have the field space to do it, if we have the resources to really meet the potential of what's coming to Chatham County.
Right.
But as far as thought about a multi-sport lighted soccer facility with some turf fields and maybe some covered futsal courts, I think we fall asleep dreaming about that every night. So as far as thought goes,
Well, it's not a bad dream. I mean, look at the building that we're in here, the Ag Center. This was a dream of several people, and it's come to fruition. It's been here only a year, and it's utilized for a whole bunch of stuff. They just had a horse show here this weekend. They've had Economic Development Committee type of meetings here as well. So it sounds like you're saying, hey, there's a benefit for not just the soccer players, but the community overall, because then you can bring in those tournaments. The money stays here in the county, and it supports our local businesses.
Absolutely.
Other things besides turf fields and community soccer fields, what else would you like to see from a soccer perspective?
Wow. It'd be nice if the soccer fields were built in a facility that had a natatorium or a swimming pool for summer camp when it's hot, walking trails the kids can train on, but in addition, disc golf. I mean, for us, it's not all soccer, but also, other things that can happen in a facility like that. The other opportunities. Sometimes in our training for soccer, we need to just turn it off and then go play soccer, golf, or kickball, or whatever. And we have a good relationship with our local baseball league. A lot of the guys, I grew up playing baseball. President of the baseball league grew up playing soccer, so we have a very nice relationship and want to see something happen that we can all do together. And there's always that idea that somehow maybe we're getting our kids off the couch and away from the video games.
We see it. I think it would be a beneficial thing for, obviously for the league, but we can see the benefit of it for the high schools and the kids moving on to college as well. So it's a great thing for that. And like Keith said, we'd like to say that with the adult league or the adult pickup, everybody's always welcome to come out and play. So.
Well, somebody had 3 kids go through the Chatham Soccer League. I know it's great when you see them get to that high school level and they're doing the stuff that you've been trying to train them in the rec league level, and without the parents having to tell them that, although occasionally the moms always voice their opinions. Yes, I said the moms voice their opinions because it's true. Now, if somebody wants to get in touch, they'll reach out to Tracy if they want to do their input to the community planning, but if they want to reach out to the Chatham Soccer League because they want to get their kids involved, what's the best way to do that?
Go to our website, www.chathamsoccerleague.org, or they can reach me at director@chathamsoccerleague.org as well, if you'd like to email me.
There you go. And folks, good bunch of guys here are trying to get, I know you're not doing this for pay, or you're not doing this for what you need to be getting paid, but they're involved in bringing up good young men and women through the sports arena. So here you go, the leadership of the Chatham Soccer League here at the Ag Center. Thank you.